Ooh, what's up, YouTube? So I went away for a little bit, and now I came back. And actually, two things are making me sort of like make my little. I'm gonna try to make a little return here. One is I hired a new dude, Aaron Murphy, that I've been. I was actually in like prenatal care. Is that the right word? And then we were in like play group. And then we sort of didn't know each other until we were 14, became friends at 14 just by chance. And now, 32 years old, he's working with me here. He had a very eye-opening conversation with me. It's not often that people, I think, are ahead of me, at least people that I deal with, are ahead of me in like the timeline of things as far as when we're having a conversation. I'm always ahead of everyone else in the conversation, and I like it that way. It makes me feel comfortable. That way I can direct the conversation. And he was ahead of me in the conversation, and I didn't even realize it, and I'm proud of him. So he talked me into talking more, as weird as that sounds. And I'll talk through that. And there was a dude that came to my gym yesterday. His name was Austin, and he is looking to get in the supplement game. He's a chemist. He's going for his master's, some things like that. And I talked to him for a while. And the progression of things is I'm becoming a businessman. I'm an artist first. But I'm all these things. I'm an artist. I'm a husband. I'm a businessman. I'm I guess, an athlete because I lift weights and do athletic things. I like, whatever. I'm experiencing life. And for a little bit, I think I was following the suit of everyone else. Not that there's anything wrong with the suit that everyone's doing, but right now everyone's trying to be a business personality. They want to give you business advice. They want to do that. It's sort of like online coaching, but for business, I guess. And that's fine, whatever, fuck yeah. And in my head, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm very successful. Very successful. We're doing very well. I've made a lot of really good decisions that sort of set me up to do well. And I have, per se secrets. So at the beginning of this year, what I started doing was I started reading books. I made this little fucking cross my heart thing with I wanted to read one book a week, and I started listening to books on Audible.com. So I started picking up all the books, Good to Great, all these fucking books, and I started listening to the books, and dude, they're like 8 to 10 hour books, and I already knew everything, and I knew everything in the book. I was already doing everything. I didn't learn anything in the fucking books. And it was crazy to me. And after the first 2 books, I was like, man, like, I didn't go to business school. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm not learning anything. And then I got like 5 books deep, and I realized, like, I'm not learning anything. Like, if anything they're telling me, if I'm not doing it, I already know it, and I'm meaning to do it. So then I switched from, okay, well, these books and some of these videos, I'm not meant to learn anything. I obviously already know it. It's meant to reassure me that I'm doing the right thing. And I stuck with that thought for a little bit, that like, oh, these books are reassuring me that I'm on the right path. And I realized, I don't know, man, I fight with it, and like, because that's what I wanted to sort of be like. I wanted to give people advice. I wanted to be one of these business personalities, and like inspire people and give you advice and tell you this is what I do, you should do this, and blah blah blah, and all this shit, like all these fucking books. And it took me back to art school. Now, I went to school for nutrition for a while. After nutrition, I dropped out of West Chester University. I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia to be a graphic fucking designer. Now, it was interesting because I went in a little late, so I'd already gone to school for 3 years. I was taking it extremely serious, and I was with like art school kids, who I stereotype everyone. Typical art school kids, a lot of them just had no fucking talent, and I think that when a lot of people have no talent, they go towards art because it's expression, and how can you judge expression? Sorry. But in the same respect, there's a lot of really fucking talented people in art school. And I think art is the most important thing out of everything. Almost. I always make these blanket fucking harsh statements and people call me on it. So it's just very important. I think that art and understanding things like that in an artistic way is extremely important. So we were in classes, and there's a thing called white space in art. And what white space is if you have a blank white square and you need to put a logo on it, and you're capable of sizing the logo however you want, you're capable of placing the logo however you want. Now, what I do and what talented people do and people that understand design and art is we can just put a logo on the paper. Now, I was sitting in classes in art school where they were teaching us like the math behind it and the reasoning and how you need to measure on either side and figure out exactly where a logo should lay, and the rule of thirds, and how much padding should be per size of the logo, and blah blah blah. And I'm sitting in the class and I'm like, shouldn't you just know this? Shouldn't this just be in your fucking head? And if it's not in your head and you don't know it, then maybe you shouldn't be in fucking art school. You know what I mean? Like there is that level of it needs to be inside of you already. And that's where I fell back with the business shit, is I fell back that you should already fucking know. Like, you should know in your heart what you're doing. And I pretty much said, like, yo, fuck the whole business personality thing. I don't want to do it because, it's sort of like I felt like I was scamming people. Like, you're telling people to do shit, because I've told people this all along. I'm like, yo, try, man. Go fucking hard. Go at it. Like, and people would tell me they quit their jobs and things like this, and at first it felt good that they were, like, taking risks. I started thinking about it. I was, yo, man, like, I'm encouraging people to try harder and to do all these things, but they might not have it. It might not be inside of them, which made me want to bail on it. Now, between Aaron and between this other kid, so this other kid, pretty much what the story is he's making pre-workout, and I mean, he's fucking ground floor, man. And he asked me for advice. People always ask me for advice. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, man. Here comes this kid with wants advice. And I started giving advice, and I realized that I have things to offer. I actually have a lot to offer. I think there is that dark period, and I was in the dark period. I just got a text today from Drew Boogie, like, yo, how are you doing it, man? If you're not following him, follow him. A combat veteran. He's trying to do his own thing, and he's doing really fucking good with his videos. But I mean, his question was, how, man? How are you doing this? How on the come up with Flag Never Fail did you do it? And the fact of the matter is, I lost all my friends. I started smoking at least a pack to 2 packs of Black and Milds a day. I didn't sleep. I almost lost my wife because I was being a fucking asshole, and I just burnt everything around me, man. And that was the whole no balance thing. No balance, no sleep. I completely threw everything out the window, and I said, no, I want to do this, and I'll sacrifice, everything. I'll sacrifice my health. I was printing t-shirts being like, fuck this shit, man. I'll die doing this shit. I'm dying for the cause. It's like, I look back now, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But that's the mind state I was in. And there was really dark periods where I needed someone to reassure me. I needed to hear from somebody like, yo, no, this shit is really fucking hard. Like, really, really hard. And, just little lessons I need to hear from people. And I unfortunately didn't get them. There was nobody around me. I wasn't watching YouTube. I didn't read books. I didn't know anything. So I didn't have it. I just felt in my heart that I had to keep going. I felt that, there was a void in the fitness industry, and I could be the first one. I could be the first small brand in the fitness industry. And I was. And, I don't know, man, that was fucking huge. But I think there's other kids right now, there's other dudes, there's girls, who are the fuck, there's people. And they're in that struggle. And I realize that these little things that I've learned over the last 5 years, if I can maybe put them together or fucking somehow put together some content that could possibly help someone through that really dark fucking minute, or steer them away from making a really bad decision, Like the one thing I told the kid was like, yo, don't take any partners. That it's something I feel very strongly with. Do not associate with anybody. Like, don't fuck with anybody, man. If you're gonna create something from everything, like, if you can avoid associating with other people, avoid doing it. I mean, that's a huge piece of advice. The other huge piece of advice is respect the struggle that you're in, man. Like, because he was looking how to get past this, and I looked at his brand and I saw all these little tiny things that he was doing that are just fucking amazing, dude. And I'll break down his brand in another video, but like these things that he felt were like just like whatever quick decisions, but they were so amazing, and there's such fucking rich, strong branding to it, and he had no idea. And I look at that shit, man, I'm getting like fucking goosebumps right now, like a weirdo talking about branding, but it was just amazing, like. And it was right in front of him and he didn't see it. And I pointed it out to him and he got it. And when I saw that happen, I was like, yo, I need to start doing that. Like, I might not be the typical inspirational business guy or whatever like that, but there's an angle for me somehow. There's an angle for me where I'm sharing what I do, and it might help other people. And the cool thing is, like, all along I thought you had to be fake. I thought that I thought that you had to portray a certain thing. Like, I thought that, like, maybe I needed a Ferrari or something for people to take you serious as a businessman. But the fact of the matter is, nah, man. Like, I look to the people that I look up to, and a lot of times, like, they don't have Ferraris. You could drive a Ferrari if you make 60 grand a year. Like, it's not very complicated to get a Ferrari. You just need to know how to do it. There's an element of loving what the fuck you do and doing it well that has a fucking huge value. People that I look up to, you know, I look up to like a Magnus Walker. Just watched his TED Talk a while ago and started following him. Dude, man, that dude's fucking cool. And like, granted, there's a lot of money sitting there, but at the same point in time, it's like he respects the value and he respects the process and he respects something other than the typical. And I really like that. So, decided I'm gonna start making videos. I realized that I have a lot to offer with my diet. I'm getting in good shape, man, and I think that along with the business side, I'm taking every aspect of my life professional. So why not cover my diet more? Why not cover my training? And not only that, like, what else am I really fucking good at? I'm really fucking good at apparently keeping together a relationship, which is fucking hard, man. It's really fucking hard. But maybe I have something that's a little secret to keeping together a relationship in the fitness industry. I'm not saying I'm the best dude ever. I'm not saying that I'm actually good at it, but I'm just saying that somehow I'm making it work. So if I can share something and somebody can pull something from it, and also, you know, explain that not everything's a fucking fairy tale, I can do that. So I'm not saying daily videos. I'm not saying fucking weekly videos. I'm just saying videos. I'm gonna put shit out there, and if people enjoy it, then take it. Same thing. Respond below. I don't know, man. I'm sort of excited. I had 2 weeks by myself, and I had a lot of time to think in those 2 weeks because everyone went to Australia. I stayed behind with Hustle. And that in itself was a big decision on staying behind with my boy, because that's the right thing to do versus going on tour, which I sort of had to do, but I made a decision. So if nothing else, I can talk through my decisions and talk through how, you know, where I'm at with the gyms, where I'm at with franchising, where I'm at with music, where I'm at with supplements, where I'm at with Flagner Fail, where I'm at with the Speed Warhouse, where I'm at with, you know, possible television shows, why I keep turning down television shows. And if you guys can somehow pull something out of that, fuck yeah, let's do it. Don't be scared to comment below. I'll read all the comments the following day after the video, and I'll probably talk about it in the next video. So, and don't troll me too hard. Where's the stop button at? I found the stop button.